When I first heard about it in our Discord server, join it by the way, discord.gg/IndianPCHardware, I was really interested. Hall effect joysticks and triggers, Bluetooth and wireless via dongle, and a 6-axis gyro. This thing is looking too good to be true. And you know what they say, if it looks it, it probably is. However, we won't know till we check it out. This is a pretty bare bones package. The controller is front and center with the 2.4 GHz dongle at the bottom of it. It comes with replacement thumbsticks, which is really nice to see. Under the packaging, you see the USB Type-C cable and the manual. This is everything you get. The controller features ARGB lighting around the thumbsticks and backlit button. It looks great with minimalistic branding in the middle. You get macro buttons at the back, dual vibration motors and a trigger lock. There's also a turbo button for spamming keys or key combinations, and of course the connection mode switch. In terms of usability and function, let's start with the device support. It supports Windows, Nintendo Switch, and mobile devices like iOS and Android. You can use it either wireless or wired. As for build quality, it's surprisingly solid. The plastic isn't creaky, the joysticks feel solid, so do the buttons. My only complaint is the use of glossy plastic, like at all. It's a device that we'll be holding and using constantly. That glossy area will be gunked up and scratched really easily. As for the buttons, they all feel fine, except the right and left shoulder buttons. They feel really mushy. That's not a big deal for me, but it might be for you. It's worth a mention. Now to the topic of its latency and polling rate. I heard some people say it's 300 Hz wired and 125 wireless, which in my measurements was not the case. I used Gamepad LA to benchmark the latency and polling rate. What I found was interesting. According to Gamepad LA, the polling rate wired is 125 Hz, but the polling rate with the dongle is 250, which is weird. Maybe it's wrong measurements. I tested again, like a couple of times, and suddenly the polling rate wired was 250 and wireless was 125. This is strange. Maybe Gamepad LA cannot measure it properly, but I don't think that's the case. It's least likely the cause according to me. I am on the latest firmware as well, version 1.27. I will update you guys in the comments if anything ever comes of this. Latency wise, I measured 8.35 milliseconds average, 21.13 milliseconds maximum, and 3.3 milliseconds of jitter with the wireless dongle. For wired, I got 5 milliseconds average, 9.12 milliseconds maximum, and 1.85 milliseconds jitter for a polling rate of 250 Hz. 125 wireless and 250 wired is what I was assuming they were aiming for. I don't have a way to measure Bluetooth as I don't have a PC or laptop capable of Bluetooth with me, unfortunately. Other than that strange polling rate behavior, I really can't say anything negative about this thing. It works perfectly well, the value proposition's outstanding. I bought this with my personal money and this is going to be my daily driver controller, and I can absolutely recommend this thing to everyone who wants a decent controller. This gets a thumbs up from me.